Hi everyone, here's a tutorial on how to use Sibelius. So once you open the program, you'll see that it gives you a page under New Score that shows a whole bunch of super handy and convenient templates. Okay, we have woodwind quintet, woodwind quartet, string trio, lots of stuff in there. For the purpose of this assignment, though, we're going to click on blank and we're going to add in our specific instruments to make life a little easier. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to click on blank one time, and now we're going to set up our score. The first thing you want to do is you want to add in your instruments. So you're going to click on this Change Instruments button. Now it gives you a list of all our instruments. So we want woodwinds. So I'm going to click on that drop down menu to open it up. And I guess we'll go with flute, clarinet, and alto saxophone for today. So there are two ways to get this instrument onto your score. The first way is you select your instrument, then you click Add to Score, and it just adds it for you. I like faster ways, so you can alternatively click on the instrument and then double click. It just puts it there, and alto saxophone. So now we have flute, clarinet in B flat, and our alto saxophone, and we're going to hit OK. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in our time signature, which in this song, When the Saints Go Marching In, is 4/4. Anything you click on will have a red box, so make sure the red box is on the correct time signature. Let's just say you're writing a song or arranging a song that's in a time signature you don't see here for future. You can click on Other, and then click on Other again, and you can actually input your own. So 9/8 or 7/4, and then you click OK. But for today, we don't need that. I just wanted to show you that that feature's there. Now in this piece, it has a pickup bar, and what a pickup bar means is that it's picked up the last or however many notes from the last bar of the piece. So in this case, the pickup bar is 3 beats long. The song itself starts on beat 2, and we're going to create our own pickup bar. So you're going to click on Start with a bar of length. Okay, and because we're in 4/4, that means 4 beats in every bar. And our pickup bar starts on beat 2. That means we need the value of beat 2, beat 3, and beat 4. That's a total of 3 beats. So down here, as you can see, it gives you a quarter note. So that's 1 beat. So we need 2 more beats. So I'm going to find a half note, which is 2 beats. So 1 beat for the quarter note plus 2 beats for the half note is 3 beats. And that covers our pickup bar. Tempo text, it's always a great idea to write in your tempo. Okay, and then if you change your mind later, for example, if it's too fast, you can always change it after by just double clicking on the word. It's a lot easier than trying to figure out, how to add that in. Okay, so I just put allegro. Allegro means fast. And if you want, you could put a metronome mark, but you don't have to. But if you wanted to, metronome mark, and let's say 116 BPM. Okay, now the next thing is adding in your key signature. We are in the key of B flat concert, B flat major concert, and that is a flat key because it says it in the key, in the title, B flat. So we're going to click here and select major flat keys, and there it is. So you're going to click it. Again, I have my red box, so I know that I have selected the correct one. When you scroll down, you can't scroll down while you're, I guess you can. Wow, what a surprise. Never mind. All right, let's keep going. Let's add in our title now. You always want to have all this stuff in there, and if you need to change it, it's easy. You just double click on the text and you change it. Don't waste time trying to figure out how to add these things in, okay? So our title, When the Saints Go Marching In. I actually don't know who wrote it off the top of my head, so we'll just write composer for now, and we can change that later. And under lyricist, you can write your name. So in this case, because this is an arranging assignment, arranged by, and then my name. Okay, now we're all done. There's nothing left to set up. So we are going to click on this button, Create, which is in the bottom right corner of our screen. And here we go. Now we have our score ready to go. Let's make our screen nice and big. So we have our title. We're going to add in the composer's name later. We have our name. We have our tempo. Okay, you can move things over if you want, depending on how you want things to look. We have our bars of 4 beats. That's a whole rest. That equals 4 beats. So 4, 4, 4. And we have our pickup bar that only has 3, because every quarter rest or quarter note equals 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Don't be alarmed with this green line. It's just the play cue. It's always there, and it stops wherever you stop your play. In this case, it's at the beginning. So now we want to add some bars. So I'm going to click on this last bar. And to add a bar on a Mac, you hit Command-Shift-B for bar. So now we've just added one. So let's just do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just for now, I know the song is longer, but this is just to get you started. Now, our pickup bar does not count as bar number 1. Again, because the notes have been picked up from the end of the piece. So these beats belong to the bar at the end of our song. So this is bar 1 right here. And I don't like how this looks, how we have 3 bars in the top line and 5 bars in the bottom. So I want to set this up. If you go to the top of your screen, you're going to see all these different menus. Okay, so we're going to click on Layout. Now we're in the Layout menu, and we're going to click on Auto Breaks. Okay, use Auto System Breaks. Yes, please. And now, if you click, I want each line to only have 4 bars in it. You need to actually select that and click OK. Now, it's a lot cleaner. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus our pickup bar. So we are ready to go and start adding our notes in. This is the keypad. Very important. Never ever click on this red X and close it. It's really tricky to try to find again after, and we don't want to waste time with that stuff. We want to keep everything musical. So we're going to go ahead. Let's just add the melody in the flute part for now as an example. I know my first 3 notes are B flat, D, and F. So I'm going to use those letter names, and I'm going to actually use my keyboard to type in the letters. So I'm going to select this quarter rest here so it's blue, and I'm going to hit B for B flat, D, E for E flat. Okay, and the B and E, when we hit them on the keyboard, because we've added in our key signature of B flat and E flat, we've already told the program to make sure that every B and E I input, they have to be flat. Okay, so that makes life easy for us because we can just use letter names. Okay, our next note is going to be an F, but it's not a quarter note anymore. It's a whole note. So we're going to click on whole note. Now I've clicked on it. I'm just going to hit F on my keypad. And this whole note is actually tied over. So I'm going to click on the tie to one more F quarter note. So now, before I go on, by the way, when you want to unselect things, you can either, see how it's blue? You can either just click on the page anywhere, or you can just hit escape, and it does the same thing one time. Okay, now, in the next part of my melody, I know that it's exactly the same, but just for the sake of this video, oopsie daisy, let's go up to our play menu, and let's listen to make sure that this sounds right. Good. All right. Okay, so now this exact same thing is going to happen again. See how our play cursor's like kind of in the way? If you click on this button here, it's going to take you, and if you hover over, it actually tells you what each button does. Move playback line to the start. There. Okay. Now I want to copy this exact thing because it's the same in the next part of my melody. So you can do this 2 ways. Number 1, you can do the good old-fashioned Control-C on PC or Command-C on Mac to copy, and then Control-V or Command-V to paste. But because this exact melody happens and it starts on beat 2, which is right here. I want to repeat this. So repeat starts with the letter R. I'm going to hit R on my keypad. There it is. That saved me a lot of time. Okay, so now let's listen again. Good. Now I know my next 3 notes are the same. In fact, the F also is the same. So I'm just highlighting them. Oh, to highlight, by the way, you click on one note, you hold down Shift, and you move your arrow key over, or you can take your cursor and you can manually select the notes. Now I've selected my notes, and I want to copy these notes and paste them. So I'm going to do Control C on PC or Command C on Mac. And I'm going to click where I want them, and I'm going to now paste. So Control V on PC or Command V on Mac, and there they are. The only difference now is there is no longer a tie. So I'm going to select that and hit Delete or Backspace. And this F is no longer a whole note. It's actually a quarter note. So I just, as it's blue and selected, I just changed its rhythm. You can change it to whatever, a half note, an eighth note, but we need a quarter note. Okay, so now let's keep going. Next note is D, then B flat, back to D, and then we're going to do C, which is a whole note, and it's tied to a C quarter note. Okay, and now C, and we'll stop there for the flute. Let's listen to it. Cursor at the beginning, hit play. Now, as you can see, uh-oh, rhythm is wrong. These should be half notes, so we're going to change them. F, D, B, D. We're going to turn this C into a whole note. We're going to tie that over to that. Okay, let's listen again. All right, now that sounds like our song. Okay, so it's important, don't panic. If you make a mistake, it's really, really easy to fix. Okay, all right. So our flute part for this example is done, and now we're gonna move on to the clarinet part. Okay, so let's say you want your clarinet to play the exact same 3 notes as the flute. So you can select the bar, or you can select the first note and then hold Shift, and then arrow to the right, holding down Shift, and one more. And now you can use your same Control C and Control V, or on a Mac, Command C and Command V to copy. And I want to paste it right here, so I'm going to click on the rest, and I'm going to do Control V or Command V on Mac and paste it. Now, I know that this first bar here is based off of the notes of a B flat major triad, okay? B flat, D, and F. And I see that my melody's in F, so just to make things exciting, I copy this, Control C, Control V, but instead of doubling up on the F, I'm gonna harmonize it. I'm gonna put another note in the B flat major triad, in this case, D. So now you can just, as it's highlighted, we're on the letter F. If you go down one with your arrow key, that's E. And if you go down one more, that's D. Okay, so now let's listen to it. Cursor to the beginning, press play. There it is. Okay. And then let's say you wanted to do that again. You could just select all of these. Command C, Command V, okay, and Let's do that again to the F. Okay, so there's this. Good. Okay. Let's move on to the alto saxophone part, just so this video doesn't get too long for you, because I know you have a lot of work to do. Since the alto saxophone sounds lower than the clarinet, we decide to put it last, and let's just, for this example, have it play bass notes. Okay, so we know our chord is a B flat major chord in this bar here, and we have the F of B flat major, and we have the D. So now we're going to play the bass note, which is a B flat. Okay, and we can go, just for fun, let's see what it sounds like if we make it quarter notes. So I'm going to hit B flat, or the letter B. And let's see if we can move this down. So here's a cool thing about Sibelius. If you want to move these notes down, you just hold Shift, Control on a PC, and Command on a Mac. So Shift, Command, down. Oh, it didn't work. Oh yeah, on PC it's Shift, Command, down, and on Mac it's just Command down. Good. See how these notes, like if I go out of the range of the saxophone, they turn red. It's telling you, hey, the saxophone can't play that, or most players can't play it. So be sure to check your range. So we'll put this B flat, okay, and dun, dun, dun. Let's make the next bar also B flat, but you know, because these two parts are moving, we don't need our bass to be moving. But I like this idea, so I want to repeat it. So I've selected both my bars, and it's going to go right here. R for repeat. Okay, and then let's do it again. R for repeat. And now finally, see these little numbers, this 5 represents bar number 5. So bar 5, bar 6, in bar 7, our chord changes to an F chord. So I'm going to change my bass. But here's the cool thing. I select my pattern, I click repeat, and now I know I'm on a B flat and I need to get to F. So I'm going to go B, C, D, E, F. All right, let's hear it. Are you ready? Cue to the beginning and play. There it is. Oopsies. You can also hit spacebar to play and stop. Let's see if this F can be popped down the octave. It can. So now, let's do them all together. Here's my note selected. I'm going to hit Shift, arrow right, arrow right, arrow right, arrow right, and I'm going to go on my Mac, Command down. Okay. Let's hear it one more time. There it is. Okay. Now, we want to add in some dynamics, right? Because most importantly, dynamics are how we express in music, and it's also a requirement for this assignment. So we know the flute's the melody. Maybe we should make the flute the loudest. So I'm going to select the note where I want to add the dynamic. And Sibelius recognizes dynamics as types of expressions in music. So you're just going to go on a Mac, Command E, and on a PC, Control Shift E. Okay, now see the cursor. I want my flute to play loud. F for forte, that means loud. I don't want my clarinet to play as loud because I want the flute's melody to really stand out. So I'm going to click on it. Okay, and again, Command E on a Mac, E for expression, or Control Shift E on a PC. And I want my clarinet to be softer than my flute. Let's make it medium loud and see how that sounds. Medium loud, mezzo forte, okay? And our saxophone is, I think, too loud. It's naturally a louder instrument, plus it's playing lower notes. So we're gonna make those just a little softer. So again, Command E, and I'm gonna make that medium soft, mezzo piano, MP. So there we go. Okay, and okay, let's check that before we go on. Good. There it is. Okay. Let's say we think it's too loud. No, it's too loud. You just click on your F, right? Then you use your arrows, get in front of it. Let's make the flute medium loud, mezzo forte. Let's make the clarinet medium soft. And let's leave the alto saxophone at medium soft in C. And now I would like to add a crescendo. Okay? So I want the crescendo to go from this F all the way to here. So again, you just hold down, you select the note, hold down shift, arrow to the right. Now 2 are selected. Now 3 are selected. Okay. I want a big crescendo. So now I want it over these 5 notes. Crescendo in Sibelius or any dynamic marking that's a line is actually considered a line. So you're just going to press L for line. And all these cool things pop up. And we are going to do the crescendo right here. And let's just say, oh, no, I didn't mean for that. That's too big. You can shrink it. I just want that. Okay. All right, let's hear it and see. Everything sounds correct. Try to get more creative with your bass parts. Change the rhythms or add more notes than just the one root, as long as they belong to the chord you're on. But just to keep things simple, I thought I'd just leave it nice and simple for you. Let's say this doesn't sound like a marching song right now, because the flute and clarinet are playing quite long legato or long detached. I wonder what they sound like if the notes are jumpy. So we're going to select the flute, but now I would like to select the clarinet. Okay, so you could just select the bar and hold down shift and select this bar, or you can do it individually where you select this note, shift, arrow down, and then holding down shift without letting go still, arrow right, arrow right. I want to make these notes jumpy. In music, in Italian, we say staccato. Okay, and that's the little dot in our keypad. Be careful, there are 2 dots. Okay, this is the dot for the jumpy staccato marking, and this dot here changes the value of your note, so we don't want that. So we're going to add the dot, and again, if you hover over, see how it says staccato, so you know which one it is. All right, so now it added the dots. It did it all together. So I'm going to do it here as well. Here. And let's make this legato by selecting all of these. Again, you select your note, you hold down shift, select the last note, and now you can hit this button here. Okay. Oh, actually don't hit that button. Just press S. S for slur. So now it has our slur, and it also has our tie. Okay, let's hear what that did. See, by every step, it's starting to sound better and better. I personally like the staccato, but I feel like my alto saxophone is too long now. So I'm going to turn these into staccato notes. And I'm going to turn this into just a quarter note. And I'm going to select those two bars. Okay, and I'm going to repeat R, R, and let's take away, it copies everything, so just take away your dynamic marking. You don't need it everywhere, just in the beginning and wherever else they're going to change. And let's just make these 4 Fs staccato. So select the notes and the dot. Okay, last go at it. Good. Okay, so those are the basics. That's basically everything you need. And don't worry, we're not done. Okay, so now as you continue, you're going to select this bar and you're going to go on a Mac, Command Shift B, and on a PC, Control Shift B, add bar, add bar, add bar, add bar. There they are. Okay. So there you have it. Happy arranging.